Hey up, me oats. It is King Rowie here, the king of craft beer, the king of beer reviews, and a guy a lot of people are calling the Ornstein and Smaug of beer reviewers. I don't know why they're calling me that. I'm not a game-changing boss in a Dark Souls series, but that's what a lot of people are calling me. Slightly different setup tonight. I'm dog sitting. God, I've got my shades on. Oh Christ! Um, I am house sitting for my partner. So I am in her house with the world's worst internet that has ever existed. So do not be surprised if this cuts out at any second now whatsoever. So yeah, um, it's Saturday night, so I'm not expecting many viewers because we all know that the sort of people who watch this channel are the sort of top shaggers that go out on a Saturday evening and not the sort of fucking losers who stay in and watch YouTube of a Saturday night. So yeah, um, so if you are watching this, I'm sorry that life has made this. It's shit. It's bad for me as well. It's awful. But yeah, you can see there like fancy glassware in the back there. A lot of barbecue rubs, barbecue sauces over there as well. Probably going to have a bit of barbecue sauce. Sorry, a bit of hot sauce at some point tonight to try and prove like my manliness to you all. Yeah, but I've been to the supermarket. I've got some supermarket double IPAs. I have actually got three supermarket double IPAs. I'm only planning on drinking two on this live stream, but truth be told, I probably will get a bit pissed and drink three. And I've got a new track glass here. So look at that. That is an absolute beauty of a track glass there. I have drank some track beer. I have christened it with other beers already, but we're going to start off with Mixtape from Full Circle Brew Co. It is an 8% double IPA. Hops Trident, Cryopop, Mosaic, and Citra. So that sounds delicious because that's a very nice little hop bill right there. So I hope you're having a lovely Saturday. I have had a great Saturday. I've taken the dog out for a long walk. I've been to two supermarkets, not for beers, for other products. But yeah, I did buy a beer while I was there because I may as bloody well. I'm house sitting for somebody, so I hope your evening is going as swimmingly as mine might do or might not do, depending on how much the internet crashes in this house. I tell you, I'm liking this setup. To be fair, as in it doesn't look as cool as it does in my room, but it's still pretty good. This chair isn't as comfortable, but I think it's because it's not like a comfy chair that I can slouch in. I think it just makes me look like I've got better posture and I'm skinnier than I actually am. So I'm pretty happy with that. But I'll tell you what, that looks like an absolutely Bobby Dazzler of a beer, doesn't it? That looks absolutely great. So I'm going to sit here and drink a bit of this, and I'll probably rehash the material that I've done in 20 other videos. And then that'll be that, won't it? Then, tomorrow, with any luck, I'll have an extra 9 minutes of views and, make one step closer to, catching up with, I don't know, the beer hooligan. So, yeah, who hasn't posted in about a year and a half. So, yeah, I might catch up with him one day. But that's a great glass, isn't it? I got that from Track on my birthday while I was absolutely getting rat-arsed with Kev from Jewel and my partner Tay. And I managed to carry this from Track to, Cloudwater, which is like 20 meters. So that wasn't impressive. But then down to Sure Shot, I don't remember being in Sure Shot. The only thing I know is there's a lot of photos of me like hugging people and things in Sure Shot. But yeah, that's doesn't matter, does it? Because I've got a belter of a crack. I've got a belter of a track glass. I've got a belter of a supermarket shelf turd, and so let's really get it slurped. Yeah. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that whatsoever. I think it was about, I don't know, £4, 3.50, something like that in Tesco or Sainsbury's. I don't know. It was in a supermarket. I think it was Tesco. But it might have been Sainsbury's. I don't know. Morrison's. Yeah, we'll go with Morrison's. Fuck it. There's a Morrison's close to here. Yeah, it was like £3.50, £4, something like that. And yeah, it's very nice. It tastes like a £3.50, £4 double IPA. It's hoppy, but not too hoppy. It's juicy, not too juicy. It is just a very easy drinking. You could drink it all night, not break the bank and be rat-arsed at the end of it. And that's always a good thing. We've got Simo Sups here. I hope you've recovered from your live stream last night. I assume you did a live stream. You normally do on a Friday night. That's why I don't bother. Did I do a live stream last night? I can't remember. I was bollocksed by the end of last night. I don't think that you. Yeah, I cancelled plans earlier on today. I was like meant to meet friends I haven't seen in like maybe not a year, but like at least sort of 5-6 months. And we were meeting at 1 for some nice crispy boys down at Brew Tavern. Couldn't face it. Absolutely could not face it. Fucking hell, that's all right. I mean, I was awake for about 8:30 this morning, but yeah, I probably got out of bed at about that time. But I had a good few hours of watching cartoons, drinking cups of tea, and jacking off during that time. So yeah, on paper, I was up at 8:30, but realistically, yeah, I watched like loads of episodes of House last night that I don't remember as well, which is weird because I work until like 9:30, and then I just got home and I had like 3 pints at work. Then I got home and I had like 6 pint cans of lager, and I was just fucking legends. That's what we are, Simo. Absolute drinking legends. Couple of, well, almost if you think about it, me and you are like the Andrew and the other Tate brother Tate of the beer review world. Which, when I say that out loud, I don't think it's the flex that I originally thought it was, because like haven't they just been done for like people smuggling and shit like that? So yeah, we're not like them. We are not like, we probably are more like the Ornstein and Smaug, like I did say at the start of the video. I think I saved that. I don't think anyone noticed that. The good thing as well is I actually bought two lights for my partner's daughter, so she likes to do little TikToks and stuff like that, and it just there was a little bit of look after myself in that, because I was like, well, at least this means I don't have to carry any lights over here from now on. So that was a good idea. That was a good idea on my part. So yeah, always buy gifts for people that will benefit you in the long run. That's like the Rowie lesson of the day. There we go. Never buy anything for anyone unless there's something that you can exploit out of it. Yeah. So been a good day. Watched a bit of Netflix. Took dog out for walk. That's how people talk in Nottingham, isn't it? Nottingham. Took dog out for walk. In it. Took dog out for walk in it. So I did that. I bought a new. Do you want to see it? I bought a new thermometer for barbecuing. I'm just gonna get. No one's interested, but you're going to see it anyway. So that's shit. So that's happening. There we go. Look at all those barbecue sauces, spices, hot rubs. I'm not sponsored by these guys at all, obviously, but Tubby Tom's garlic and herb. You need it in your life. Put it on your chips. Pang. Check this new. I was originally going to buy a Weber one, but it was like 125 quid. And I thought, that's great because it's shiny and it's Weber. So I thought I'll get that. But then I realized I don't need that. So I bought this one. It's like an Inkbird one, which is like a normal sort of thermometer, like there, right? So you can just prod it in. But what it has got on the sides there, right, is you can plug these things in. This is so rubbish. This is only interesting to me. This is a new low for the channel. I can't even open this, man alive. But yeah, because I was trying it the wrong way. And then it's got two other probes, right, that I can stick in here, and then I can I can check out the temperatures on the inside as well. So I can, do you know what I mean? Isn't that's a fancy for 25 quid? Inkbird as well, reputable. Not sponsored at all. Yeah. So yeah, I'm happy about that. I'm happy about these. These are my purchases of the day that I am happy about. And yeah, I'm going to be doing some pork belly burnt ends on the barbecue tomorrow, and I am looking forward to it. I have never done pork belly burnt ends on it before. I'm using the snake method, which is a pretty new method to me as well. I've never used that in barbecue. I love barbecuing. In case you couldn't tell, like, you know, you don't get like a fucking gut like that through eating salads. Although I do sometimes eat salads, like really begrudgingly, more begrudgingly than that guy from Beer Central would buy from, you know, Vault City. And that there is a beer meme joke that I've just made there for, of the 5 of you, maybe one of you are in juice posting. I don't know. I don't know. I did buy some other double IPAs today. I bought another can of Troubles X as well. So yeah, that'll definitely save till my birthday. So I'm gonna have Troubles X on my birthday. I bought a pen trial. I'll get it out of the fridge. Let's get some stuff out of the fridge for you. I'm getting, you know, thermometers. I'm showing things like that. You know, for instance, you know, there's some hot honey I made the other day. Don't be wasting your money on hot honey. This whole thing here, I made that for about £6. Do you know what I mean? And it'll shit any hot honey that you don't. I'll tell you what you do get on the other channels though. You get informative beer reviews and you know, chat about beer. You know, it's not just, I'm like almost like that. Do you know that sort of I think she's Japanese or Korean who does like all those products, but they're like 3-second reviews, and she's like, there's that, and like that's a tea towel there, that's that. Do you know what I mean? Some Wankers crisps, I don't know, tissues, I think they're called. There's that. Do you know what I mean? Like it's kind of like that under the guise of a beer channel. But yeah, that's it, innit? I've got this as well. I've had this for a while. Tiny Rebel, for a rubbish brewery, they do some banging glasses, and they've got a great Teku glass in Morrison's at the minute for like £4 or £5. It looks beautiful. If you haven't got a Teku glass, it's probably not too dissimilar to that, but it sort of like opens out and curves in a bit at the top. I've used a Teku glass in a bunch of my videos. So yeah, you need a Teku glass in your life, and you know, credit what credit's due. The people that I've met, I don't know many people from Tiny Roll, but the people that I make, the people that I know are very, very nice people. Do you know what I mean? Like they're all sterling people. And yeah, one of the best beers I ever have had though is a Tiny Rebel beer, and it was right after they sort of like, it's back when they were still kind of good but were becoming shit. It was in the same sort of series that had the smoked ham fucking Stay Puffed in it. They did a Bailey's Irish, well, it was just an Irish cream one, and it was ridiculously good. It was so nice. As in, the Neon Raptor recently did a Irish cream clusters, which was also very, very nice. But I never thought I'd like to say that. It's a good job that Tom and Josh don't watch this, that I'd ever compare a Neon Raptor beer to a Tiny Rebel beer and be more in favor of the Tiny Rebel. But at the same time, the Tiny Rebel one, I think it was an Imperial Stout or an Imperial Porter, and it was just so fucking good. It was ridiculous. I cannot put into words how great it was. It's one of the best beers I've had to this day. Oddly enough, I was drinking it in the Kilpin in Nottingham. It would have been on, I don't know what birthday it would have been. It probably would have been a pre-lockdown birthday. So it was a fucking 5 years. So maybe 34th, 35th, maybe 36th. I don't fucking know. It was like a pre-lockdown birthday. And it was weird. We were going through, we were alternating between like Tiny Rebel Imperial Stouts that tasted like Bailey's, and drinking like lambic from like a Perron, like at a great height. Just these, like, it was a Rowie knows how to party, whatever, you know. Your boy knows how to party. That's why I'm in on a Saturday evening, and I'm going to do some barbecuing in a bit. Actually, I'm just going to barbecue some sausages, and then I am going to put the sausages on a pizza base and put them in the pizza oven. Because why have something simple when you can be an absolute cunt about it and use every utensil and means of cooking that you have in the house? And that is kind of my approach to food, is you know, it needs to be pretentious and wanky. Yeah, so I'm going to do that. There's a lot of, actually a dog and a cat in this house that I thought would have like turned up by now to at least provide some interesting content, but yeah. So, why is everyone else not out this evening? I've explained why I'm not out. I mean, let's be honest, we're all probably quite unlovable, but probably not as bad as me. Um, yeah, I thought I could do like 3 beers tonight, as in we are dying on this one. I am very hungover. Like I'm holding it together pretty well, I reckon. But it is, it's been a struggle all day. I've actually had to walk past 2 McDonald's today, and I didn't go in to either. So you're too nice. Do you know what I mean? You are too nice. I I don't think I've seen my sister in about. I don't think I've seen my sister face to face in about 10 years. Like we talk, like we don't not get on, but she lives in. I'm gonna try and see her this year, but we just never see each other. And like to think, you give her a chunk of money for a car. Like I think my sister can drive. I can't. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah. Rowi's rule number 2: never do anything for anybody ever. If you hadn't have done that, you could be on the lash tonight. You could like have come to Nottingham, or I could have gone to wherever you live, which I assume is near Birmingham because you've mentioned Birmingham quite a few times. Okay, that's kicking in a bit now. I'm starting to feel it a bit more. There we go. Yeah, you'll be right, lad. I have got like one of those tins of cocktails in the thing. Let's go grab it. I'll go grab it. This is what I'm doing. We could probably keep a tally of how long I'm not on screen in this video. Those will be the most viewed moments, I imagine. Okay, so we have got here for the non-beer things, we have got Blue Hawaiian, which if it's not blue, I'm not going to drink from the can anyway. Nitro infused AU vodka cocktail. I believe my friend Dean has just started working for AU. So in the 1,000,000,000 to 1 chance he's watching, you can hook your boy up with some of these. Yeah, I know I was really ungrateful about it when you hooked me up with those Four Locos, but this time we're friends now, so I won't be as much of a cunt about it. So yeah. And something that I've been looking forward to trying for a while, but haven't got around to yet, but had palpitations the last time I drank something from this range. We have got Cherry Cola Super Hooch. As if, for those who don't know, Hooch, for my money, is the best alcoholic beverage that's ever been invented. The only way they could have made Hooch better was by making it pink. Boom, they did that. The only way they could have made that better was by doing an orange version. Boom, they did that. And then the only way they could have made, I'm just going to keep on listing things there, but yeah. Blue Hooch isn't as good as it should be, but it still is very, very nice indeed. Yeah, so I keep on meaning to try. I'm keep on trying to get big bottles of the entire Hooch range so I can drink them all. I didn't know that. I had no idea about that. Yeah, I know. The only thing I know about the periodic table is kind of like, I don't know if it's racist, but like it's kind of like a borderline racist joke from Jerry Seinfeld from the 90s when he's talking about cab drivers' names in New York, and he's just sort of like, what is it with these guys' names? It's like, you need the periodic table to understand them. And it's like, so the officer's speaking to you, and did you get his name? I certainly did, officer. It was Abdul, and then the chemicals, then the chemical symbol for boron, and it was just like, that's it, that's it. So that could be racist, but I don't think it is. And if it is, you need to take it up with Jerry Seinfeld, not me, because he's nearly a billionaire, and I have, at any given time, not a lot of money in my bank account. So yeah. But I still like Seinfeld. It was a great show. It was a great show in the 90s, and it is very, very rewatchable. Hello. There we go. Yeah. Which do you prefer the slight side of the cooker or the more slight of the glasses and the barbecue sauces? We'll go with that. That way I'm kind of more in the center. Okay, well, this is It's nice. So for those who are just joining, for the two people who have just joined, this is mixtape from Full Circle Brew Co. It's an 8% double IPA, which I bought from a supermarket that I've forgotten, but I've narrowed it down to either being Tesco, Sainsbury's, or Morrison's. So I've narrowed it down to 75% of the big four supermarket chains. So yeah, very little, arguably no fucking help whatsoever for anybody there. Actually, to be fair, in my barbecue chat, because yeah, that exists. Actually, yeah, because there's WhatsApp groups and chat groups and everything. I've been made aware by people that there is a beer tubers YouTube WhatsApp group chat, and I'm not part of it. Now, I'm fine with not being a part of it, but I at least want to be asked to be a part of it so I can say no. So yeah. So if anyone watching this is in that, try and add me to your stupid fucking group for jerks just so I can say I don't want to be in it. Really pisses me off. Include me in your crap. Do you know what I mean? Like, man alive. But yeah, so if I am about to have a I'm gonna message thingy to see if anyone from Northern Monk can, maybe about to have even more. I think it's even more faith or something. I should probably get the name right. I'm going to call it even more faith. My YouTube channel. So jump on. There we go. Done that. There we go. That might increase the numbers by one, which at the minute would be a big increase. Yeah. I should have gone out tonight. I would have met up with Raggy, but he hadn't invited me or anything. But he happened to be drinking somewhere that I was about to go, and then I changed my mind at the last minute and came here. I mean, I've ended up here anyway, but I changed my mind at the last second. Man alive! Normally, when I appear on like Raggy's channel, which isn't very often, I don't know, it's at least 15 new subscribers. So I dropped a bollock there. Oh, God damn it! Hindsight, 2020. 2020 webs. So yeah, got some siren glass there. I like that glass. 3 of the Nottingham. That's not the Nottingham Craft Beer Festival I got removed from. That was the year before. I don't think I've got any of the previous years from that, but yeah. Sue knew I will not be at the Nottingham Craft Beer Festival this year. I have barred myself due to my silly behaviour last year. I think there should be consequences for people's actions, and I was barred from. I didn't do anything bad. I sort of like was just smashed, and I did knock over a stand, not deliberately. It was completely unintentionally, and I did try to sort it out. But yeah, so I was barred from Neon for 3 months because of it, which I can, fine. And which is odd, like having worked there for a few years, and then a few months later making a cunt out of yourself in someone, they're like, well, you can't come in for 3 months. It's like, yeah, fair play. You've got me there. I was a dick. But yeah, for added sort of penance, I'm not going to go to the Nottingham Craft Beer Festival this year. Although it does look like the cunts in charge of the Robin Hood Festival, it looks like they fired a lot of their cellar team, like apropos of nothing, based on a few social media posts that I've seen from friends. So I don't know if that means I'm going to go to that one and act the goat, or I'm not going to go there. See, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I mean, if I do go, by act the goat, I mean, I'll be really respectful and really, really nice, but just get really, really drunk. Rowie's a good drunk. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. I'm a good drunk. I'm jovial. That's it. Yeah, I'm a good drunk. Well, that was delicious. It is time to move on to beer number 2 of the evening. And that is going to be Even More Faith from Northern Monk. I'm going to go grab that now. Off screen again. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. There we go. Even More Faith from Northern Monk. A cracking Bronson. I have had it before. Very, very nice indeed. Yeah, I'll drink this one properly, and then I might like chug the third one. I might like it's. I don't know if I've done it on the channel before. It's Tram from Salt, which is obviously a belter of a beer. It's a double New England IPA, but actually that's a bad idea, isn't it? That's a bit stupid. It's only like what time is it? It's only 7:20. I shouldn't be chugging dippers yet. Ugh. Yeah, Even More Faith. This is an 8%er. I bought this earlier on today. This is 100% from Tesco. It's in the buy four get three free. Buy three get your fourth free. It's in that. It's in some sort of deal. Do you know what I mean? Like so. So we were Full of Faith, a decadent hazy double IPA, bigger, juicier, hoppier, craft brewed with northern pride and dripping with tropical flavors, fresh from the north, best served as cold as the north, which is a double whammy there because while the north is cold and ghastly and everyone from the north can't wait to tell you that they're from the north, I would like to say they are a very welcoming, very friendly bunch. I love the Northern Monk Refractory. This year, I had to make the painful decision of either going to Wingfest in Derby or going to Hop City, and I chose Wingfest, and I don't regret it one bit. But at the same time, I think that is 2 years in a row now I've not been to Hop City, and it's kind of killing me inside a bit. So I might try and make it to Dark and Wild this year, because last year Dark and Wild was on my birthday. If it's kind of around that time again this year, then I will go to Dark and Wild because it's been too long since I've been to Leeds. I love Leeds. It's a great city. I love going to Northern Monk. All the staff there are always absolutely banging, and they don't seem to have a huge staff turnover. Like as in when I used to work at Neon, I always used to work like Hop City and Dark and Wild, yada yada yada. But it was always kind of like what's the word I'm looking for? There were always familiar faces when you go there, which having worked in a tap room, to be fair, we didn't have much of a huge turnover at Neon either. Nor does Black Iris or Liquid Light. I guess if you work somewhere nice like a brewery in a tap room, you don't get much of a high staff turnover. Yeah, that's a positive story. I like that. That's a good story. I'm pretty happy. I'll tell you what I could be doing. I could have, because I'm in my missus' house, I could go and turn her TV on in there, and that will just keep on adding to my watch hours. That is a pretty good idea. I'm not going to do it because that is kind of tragic. Okay, so there we go. Full circle mixtape, double IPA, absolutely belting. I'm doing this in homage of my boy Simo Sups. He normally does it when he doesn't like a beer. I'm doing it because I do like a beer, but and because I need to get rid of this can. Simo, this one's for you. Get out of here. But I did enjoy that one. That don't take that as me not liking that one. I very much enjoyed that one, but that was just. I am now going to get up and put it in the bin because I am in my partner's house, and I do respect her. I might even mop while I'm off screen again. That's at least 6 times this video now, guys. So yeah, we'll just get that. Pop that in the bin. There we go. And we're back. Oh man alive. Even More Faith, Northern Monk. Does it have the hop bill listed on here? We're putting faith in futures. Find out more about yada yada yada. I can't see anywhere, but I have always loved Northern Monk beers. I had when I did a beer review on Christmas Day last year. It was a Northern Monk double IPA. They're just always great. That bloody West Coast they had recently, Beyond, that was absolutely magical. And it's like a 568 ml can. It's quite strong. It's like 6% West Coast, huge can in the by one get three. The big deal that all the supermarkets have. It's in that as well. They've started stocking it in the co-op near me as well. 4 quid a can. It's got no deal on that, but still, it's fucking banging. Although with the co-op near me, because I live in a place called Netherfield, there's nothing wrong with it. It's nice. It's nice. It's a nice little sort of suburb on the outs, just on the technically on the outskirts of Nottingham. I do go past a sign that says "Welcome to Nottingham" when I go to work, but yeah, if I just wait like 3 months, then they'll go from like 4 quid down to like 50p, and then I can just buy them out of it. So playing that waiting game, baby. It's what old Rowie do. Yeah. This is not a great video, to be fair. So I've not been on screen much. Dave Wilson isn't here. I think it's Dave Wilson. He's got DW. Do you know what I mean? DW isn't here. There's so many people not here. Saturday night is probably not a good idea to be doing it. Oh well. I was going to be drinking these anyway, and I probably would have just been having these intrusive thoughts and just saying them to the dog. It's been like, hey, dog, should I drink a blue hooch? Dick. Yeah. I would have thought the dog would have been here by now, or at least the cat. But, even though the two of you watching are loyal and probably have this muted, do you know what I mean? And have your phone facing somewhere else, do you know what I mean? And no one would blame you for that. Literally, no one would hold that against you. I mean, I wouldn't, because it's still counting as views. So yeah, that is banging. But yeah, what a time to be alive. Just long silences, long boring silences. Been watching a TV show called House lately, and it's been out for a few years, like since 2004. I think it's like nearly 20 years old. It's probably over 20 years old. But yeah, it's great. It's a show set in this alternate universe where Hugh Laurie's American. That's all I can really figure out what it's about. And it's great. It's just it's Hugh Laurie, right, from Blackadder, but instead of being like a bit of Fry and Laurie, he's like a gruff American. I don't know what else it's about, but it's just that he's just like rude. Pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty badass. I'm enjoying this as well. I'm trying to sort of like get different things going on with the lights reflecting in my eyes. Almost certainly gonna have some sort of like weird. I'm gonna stop that. Almost certainly gonna have like a weird epileptic fit at some point. Nothing weird about that. Is there's weird about epilepsy, but it probably wouldn't look great on camera, or it would, you know. Okay, as much as I love Full Circle, and they are great people. I remember, I think I said it in that video that I posted where I was wearing the Full Circle hat. I traded that because we were working next to, back when I was at Neon at Leeds International, we were serving next to Full Circle, and I traded my hat for them. But this absolutely shits. This does shit mixtape. This is really, really delicious. And I'm not just saying that because, Matt is on my barbecue team. Do you know what I mean? Because he is. Do you know what I mean? He is. And we're not really a team. We don't like, well, we're a team in the loosest sense of the word. But yeah, it is absolutely delicious. It is very, very good. I remember when this came out, there was like a nationwide release, and loads of bars got it on keg, and we got it in keg at Junkyard. And but we sort of like it. What's the word I'm looking for? Just because it came out and was released on a certain day, we weren't necessarily going to put it on that certain day. It's like, well, we'll put it on when the previous beer sells out. And I remember just being on the Northern Monks socials about the release day on this, and this fucking one guy, I shit you not, he was seething. He was just like, "We've just been to Junkyard in Nottingham where you said this was going to be on, and it wasn't." And it's like, "What are you going to do about it?" And I was kind of thinking, like, I really want to reply and just be like, Well, they're not going to do anything, are they? You fucking moron. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's a fucking beer. Like just because they said it was going to, but like once we've bought it, we can put it on whenever we want. Do you know what I mean? It's like you know we still haven't put it on now out of spite for that guy. It's like yeah, I tell you what, we'll put it on next year. We'll wait until it's off. We're not even going to put it on. We'll return it. Oh fucking asshole. But yeah, that's my another point I'm going to make because a lot of breweries keep on doing. I hate, which is annoying because like a lot of my favorite breweries do it, and I always get suckered into it. So I don't know if I should say this, but I'm still going to say it. I'm going to say like, not every single beer that breweries release need a fucking day dedicated to it coming out. Do you know what I mean? Like Troubles, yes, 100%. Troubles, national launch. Putty, 100%. Yes, national launch. Do that. Do you know what I mean? Those are great. Those are great examples. Do you know what I mean? I'm only going to use two examples there. Those are great examples. But you know when it's things like fucking like I don't know, we'll just run a brewery at random. Bleh. I can't think of a fucking. I can't think of a brewery. I can't think of a brewery. Someone quick in the comments, name any brewery. I've forgotten breweries. I'm not going to use Northern Mugger. Um, actually, I obviously can think of breweries. I'm just not trying to like offend anyone. I'm trying to think of somewhere where I don't have any connections where I'm not going to fall out with them. But for example, right, um, if someone's releasing like, oh no, I can't even use that one. Basically, stop asking people to stop dedicating a day to releasing a fucking beer. Rubbish. Unless you're like fucking like, unless it's like Dark Lord Day or Centaur Army Day or Chubble's Day or Putty Day, Pliny the Younger Day. That's it. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you're releasing like a 3% pale ale, and it's like, oh yeah, yeah, everyone in the world buy this 3% pale ale on this day. No, it's bullshit. It's a 3% pale ale. I hate it. I don't want it. Fuck you. And doubly fuck you if it's a West Coast. I didn't want to say Pressure Drop. I didn't want to say Pressure Drop, basically, who I do also love. I think Pressure Drop are incredible. But it was Alligator Tugboat or some shit like that. They're like, oh, yeah, we're dedicating a day to this. It's like, are you this beer that no one cares about? Like, that was so mean. I still think, Pressure Drop are great. But that was like, yeah, you don't need a day for that. Isn't like, you don't even need a fucking you don't even need a fucking email for that. As in, like, just put it on your sales list and people will buy it. Like, yeah. Um, the other two people watching, are you watching or are you like who are you? I assume Simo's gone to bed. One person with one person. We are. I don't even know if that just counts as me. I don't know if that's just me who's the one person now. This is well, it must have been two people from Pressure Drop, is the only thing that I can assume. Or, heavy investors in Pressure Drop who are watching. But yeah. I'm staying on. Do you know what I mean? I'm like the Woody Harrelson character in 2012. Do you know what I mean? Like live from the volcano. Like it's all going to shit. Nobody's watching. No one cares. Everyone has better things to be doing. But yeah, I'm still going. We're still going live. Do you know what I mean? In this, frankly, car crash of a live video. We've had casual racism, courtesy of Jerry Seinfeld, by the way, not because of me. Um, we've had me just getting up and not being on camera a lot. We have had a review of the Inkbird thermometer, which this video is not sponsored by, obviously. They're a reputable company. They do not want me involved. Shane B. Yes, I don't know if you're calling yourself the legend from Junkyard there or calling me the legend from Junkyard, but I'm fine with either. Do you know what I mean? Like, I am absolutely fine with either, Shaney boy. I am very glad that you're watching. Thank you very much indeed for taking this your time this Saturday evening. I assume your plans fell through or something like that, and you had nothing else better to do than watch this drivel. But yeah, um, Thank you very much indeed for joining. It is super, super appreciated. Yeah, you have missed some. You've not missed anything. If I'm going to be perfectly honest with you, there's been this video could not have existed, and no one would be the world. It wouldn't have changed the world. Like it's the only thing in the history of anything that the butterfly effect doesn't, make any difference on. It's ridiculous. It is. I'm embarrassed about this video. Yeah, Junkyard is pretty good though. Yeah, they've got rid of the Pabst Blue Ribbon sign in there. I remember there was a time when I would have been involved in those conversations, and we would have kept that sign. I'm telling you. Oh, Shane B, you're late to the party. I am not going to the Nottingham Craft Beer Festival this year because I made such an utter cunt out of myself there last year. I am barring myself. I've not been barred, but I am barring myself from there this year as punishment for how much of a drunken buffoon I was. I didn't do anything that bad. I was just very, very drunk. I knocked over a display stand. That happened, but I did sort of like try to remedy it. And so I think, you know, I'm a firm believer in, fuck about, find out. And so, yeah, so and I believe that it has to apply to me. If I think it has to apply to everyone else on earth, it has to apply to me. So I have barred myself from there this year. That being said, I am off that weekend, and if I can sneak in for the Saturday evening session, then technically I've not turned up for 66% of the sessions. So then I've kind of done right. Yeah, I've kind of done it. So yeah. So you'll need to keep an eye out on Raggy though, because not last year, I think the year before, he face planted right after the festival. The poor bugger. He was in. It looked like it looked like he was in pain. I didn't see it, but it was right at the end of the night. But yeah, I nearly see. I was going to go to Neon earlier on today for a pint, and I changed my mind and got a. Oh, weird. Oh, fair dues. Oh, I put Mr. B. Good evening to you. But yeah, it looked fucking painful, like, the next day. When I first I was just scrolling through, like, social media, or Facebook as we call it. I was going through Facebook and, looking at birds, and, but then I turned up on Raggy, and I thought he'd been, like, fucking mugged or some shit. Like, I thought he'd, like, been battered on the way home. I thought, yeah, man alive, but yeah, it looked like a bad stumble. Yeah. So yeah, mm, no, I'm not going. I'm barring myself that year. I'm going to have my own Rowie Beer Festival that on the day of the Nottingham Craft Beer Festival. I am going to just do a live stream all day and see how drunk I can get. Like, abs- oh, so Shane B says, so if you have just joined, yeah, so we have got at the minute even more faith from Northern Monk. It's a double IPA, 8%. I bought this from Tesco earlier on today. It was about £3, maybe £4. It was in the buy three, get your fourth free nonsense thing. And yeah, it is very nice. I've always liked Northern Monk. It is it's very, very nice. It's very nice. It's very easy drinking. It's delicious. It's juicy. It's hoppy. It is everything that I want for again for 3 4 quid. You cannot go wrong with this. You absolutely cannot go wrong with this. Like, will it get 5 out of 5 on Untapped? Yeah, because I always score everything 5 out of 5 on Untapped. But yeah, it's just a very easy drinking, juicy double IPA. I am going to have the third double IPA. I said I was probably only going to have two. I am kind of pissed now, so I'm going to do the. It's from Salt. I believe it's called Tram. It's a New England IPA, double New England IPA. I will be having that in a second as well. So yeah, I do like these live videos, you know. They are all right. You know, they don't get as many views as my normal videos, but they get. We did this. We did this in the last one. We did this in the last one. This is ridiculous. Yeah, Looper's great. I nearly picked up Looper earlier on, but the beer I had before this was a full circle beer, mixtape double IPA. It was very very nice. This is nicer, to be fair. Um, but I think a lot of people would say that at one point, um, Looper was probably the best. What's what I'm looking for? Flagship sort of core range beer um, available. I know a lot of people are like, to be fair, it's not fair because everyone seems to have a massive fucking diamond cutter stonk on for Day of Steady Rolling Man, which is, you know, a perfectly fine, if instantly forgettable pale ale. There's nothing wrong with it. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. But there's also nothing that right with it. Do you know what I mean? It's just a, well, I've drank that. I don't give a shit. But Looper has always been an absolutely great beer. They did a double IPA version of it called Duper a few years ago, and that was really, really good as well. Hmm. Yeah, well, I should probably read the message out that I'm responding to. So, Shane B. Salt Tram was unreal when it first came out years back. It's not the same anymore, unfortunately. That applies to, I don't even think to just supermarket beers, to be fair. I think that applies to, you know, core range beers that have never made it into the supermarket. I think like maybe it's the law of diminishing returns. Maybe it's just, it could even be, you know, which I think we all need to sort of bear in mind is things like maybe we've gotten so used to it, we're not as excited about it anymore, like sort of flavor fatigue, for lack of a better way of putting it, where you think, well, I've had this so many times, it's not as good as it used to be. But the only reason it's not as good as it used to be in some levels is going to be because you've had it so much, so that it's not that treat that once it was, you know. But then at the same time, when you look at pictures, yeah, you look at pictures at what Punk IPA originally looked like, or what Gamma Ray originally looked like, and when people are like, "Oh yeah, yeah, it hasn't changed. It tastes, it looks and tastes exactly the same." No, it does not, baby. As in, yeah, that. So yeah, but I will still agree with you. I don't think it is as good as when it first came out. But Salt are a weird one where like they came out, they dropped some absolute bangers, and then very quickly, just because they're affiliated with Saltaire, aren't they? And then some great violations. Yeah, they did a coconut one, didn't they? Oh no, it wasn't. It was a mint chocolate one. Yeah. Um, I still like Vocation, but the original people who set up Vocation have got, sorry, from what I've been told, have got nothing to do with it anymore. So, and the person who's now in charge of the decisions at Vocation, again, I might be wrong. So, this is from what I've been told, is the former head of Diageo Europe, and apparently their sort of main goal at the minute is the lager market. And again, sorry, this is all secondhand information that I've been fed. Uh, I mean, this could just be readily available information. I don't read shit, do you know what I mean? But like, I just listen to people, you know. But yeah, they've just done a lot called Hilltop or something like that, haven't they? Some shit like that. And yeah, apparently they're putting all the eggs in that basket of that becoming the new huge lager of the UK. So I might be wrong. I, you know, or the person, sorry, you know, the person who told me that might be wrong. But yeah, it's Yeah. But again, like, it's when like Love and Hate and Life and Death first came out. And was it Vocation Cloudwater used to do that double IPA in cans fucking years ago? Yeah, I mean, yeah. If it's true, it's a shame. I don't know if it's true, but that's what I've been told. But yeah, so look, yeah, Life and Death, was that the West Coast they did in the sort of black can with the green, and then Love and Hate was the other one, the orange can. Well, when it first came out, it was a black can with orange writing. That is probably the beer I've drank more of than anything that's ever been made. I remember when that first came out, it was absolutely beautiful. But again, yeah, these days, a shadow of its former self. But it's still, absolutely drinkable. But this, at the minute, maybe because it's the one I'm drinking right now, this is definitely the best supermarket double IPA you're probably going to get. Ooh. I wish I'd ended on that one, to be perfectly honest with you. But still, sod it. Again, another homage to my boy Simo. We're done with this one. That definitely hit. It hit the cat litter tray, so it's fine. Okay, so Shane B, I'll be back in a second, and I'm going to clean that up, and then I'm going to grab a bit. I'll be 2 seconds. Three double IPAs back to back. That's all right. That 3 double IPAs back to back. It's not like someone drinking. I do want a perfect draft machine though. I'd never leave the house. Yeah. I think for my money, the best double IPAs in the country are either Marque Marque. I've been saying they're the best brewery in the UK for years now, or Pentridge. Pentridge or Marque Marque do the best double IPAs in the country. Azvex's double IPAs are. I've never had a bad beer. I've never had a bad beer from Azvex. I've had one very underwhelming one, which was last year's Cacao Demon, the one with the sort of Doom artwork on it. It was still nice. It was nice, but it was like in comparison to anything else they released, like Venta Black Creatures or to be fair, that's the only double IPA I can think of. So that's the only Imperial Stout I can think of off the top of my head. Apologies, but yeah, it was underwhelming, not bad. Yeah, but I've never had anything bad from them. That Mandarin coconut mana that they've got at the minute sounds incredible. I'm gonna potentially go into town tomorrow to go to Brew Tavern and try that on draft. Is it Scoop? They're always fucking incredible. Yeah, Marque Marque. So Portsmouth, or just on the outskirts of Portsmouth. It's spelt like make. And they normally specialize in sours, which is weird because I don't like sours, but I do quite like sour IPAs, and they do incredible sour IPAs. They do, but when they do the hoppy stuff, it's just insane. If you're ever down Portsmouth ways, it's a bit further out of the city. I don't know exactly where it is. Like it's one of those places that I can find when I'm there, but I don't know. But yeah, Marque, best brewery in the UK. And the staff, the people, everyone involved are like fucking banging people. The tap room always does like events. It is just a mint little place. Yeah, you definitely keep an eye out for them. But yeah, Pentridge, I just think, and the thing about Pentridge as well is like you can buy like a triple dry hopped triple IPA from Pentridge and get change from a tenner. Do you know what I mean? It's like they're just banging out these absolutely fucking incredible double, triple IPAs across the board. and they're just so well priced. Yeah, they're just insane. They're just insanely good, insanely well priced, and but yeah, I do like Azvecs. I never worked for Neon while Adam was there, but yeah, but I used to go in quite a lot while he was there. I don't really know him. We probably would have got on because I think he's into he's into WWE from what I've seen. But yeah, we never worked together. But you know, his beer is like flawless. It is. It's outstanding. Um, but you know, I'm always going to be a Raptor boy. Do you know what I mean? I'm always going to be a Neon Raptor kid. So yeah, yeah. I can't remember the last time Neon did a double IPA. Actually, I think they did a double IPA with Shiny towards the end of last year. Yeah, there was a time when they were just being before I worked there, they were being banged out like monthly. But yeah, still they are like absolutely great mates, and everyone who works there are fucking insanely brilliant people. And yeah, I love Neon Raptor. So yeah, you can put that on record. Rowie loves Neon Raptor. You can quote that. Oh shit, do you know what I mean? Like yeah. So yeah, so now we are Tram Double New England IPA, 8%, hoppy, juicy. This is a bit of a cut from a different cloth. Man alive, there is so much fucking reading on the back of this. Do you know what I mean? It's like, fuck me. Okay. Cut from a different cloth. We are salt. Named after the pioneering industrialist who built the textile mill village we first called home. Built on the same progressive values as our hometown, innovation and adventure are woven into the fabric of all that we do. We create great craft beer for everyone and do it our way. It's in our nature. Tram, not named, as you might expect, after our old tram shed spiritual home, but after a weaving term, a name for double twisted silk thread, and now in our world, a silky smooth double New England IPA. Influenced by a mix of hops from the far-flung hop fields of the USA and New Zealand, dry hopped and full-bodied, hazy in appearance and memorable in taste, with notes of gooseberry, grape, and tropical fruit, with a low bitterness finish. Well, that sounds great, but obviously I've never had a gooseberry, and I don't think I've eaten a grape since about uh, never. I don't think I've ever eaten a grape. They look gross, and they got seeds in them. Fuck that. Yeah, I actually don't think I've ever eaten a grape. They look grim. But I have drank wine, so in a way, I feel like I have eaten many, many grapes. I said, this does look nicer than the last can I had. The last can I had might have been slightly oxidized. This is a much lighter, fresher looking color than the last one I had. So that's good. So I'm happy about that. Yeah. Sorry. This glass is fucking awesome, right? On my birthday, just gone in November. So I'd carried this beautiful, delicate glass around Manchester while off my fucking rocker, really protective of it. And then I get it home, and everything sort of like, yeah, I put it on the shelf. I've never used it. And then on my birthday, just gone, my mate Christian comes round, top guy, obviously, my boy, do you know what I mean? And we're all a bit pissed, but he's like a fucking like cocktail guy. Do you know what I mean? So he's like, does anyone want an Irish coffee? Now, I don't know if you've ever had an Irish coffee, but an Irish coffee is the best drink I've ever had in my entire life. And I hate coffee. Like, I fucking hate coffee. But an Irish coffee is the best drink on earth. It's just Irish whiskey, coffee, cream, and maybe a spot of sugar. So I'm like, yeah, I'll have an Irish coffee. And so he's then walking around, like handing out these Irish. So he's just in the kitchen. He's like making Irish coffees for everyone. And this, by the way, this isn't like early in the morning. This is about 10 p.m. when we're all fucked. And he's just like making Irish coffees for everybody. And then the next thing I see is I walk in and he's making himself one in here in this like ridiculously delicate glass. And he's just pouring like boiling water into it. And he's got this spoon and he's just really fucking stirring it around. And then he's got like walking around like, yeah. Oh man. And that was the day that I knew this was this glass was tougher than I thought it was. Oh man. Okay, that is a shit ton better than the last time I had it. Yeah, it must have been an oxidized can the last time I had it. That is it can't hold up to the Simo. This one's for you, buddy. It can't hold up to the awesomeness of the Even More Faith. It just can't. But it is still very nice, very easy drinking. I don't know. Maybe it tastes like gooseberries. I don't know. I don't know what a gooseberry looks like. I would never, ever, ever eat a gooseberry. It sounds stupid. Alaskan Assassin Adventures. Hello. The AAA. Yeah. The AAA guy. Yeah. How are you? I hope you are very well. Thank you very much indeed for stopping by. I'm not going to lie to you. It's not a great video. I normally do better. Yeah. But every view counts. So yeah. So just like put this on in the background or something and watch someone else. But yeah. Thank you very much for dropping by. Huh. I tell you what, I'm doing all right. This is why I always say that double IPA is the pinnacle of beer. Like IPAs are great. Don't get me wrong. IPAs are banging, especially those IPAs. Well, if you're all just passing time, then get everybody to get their devices out and everybody watch it because, like, if a load of people are watching it on the same thing, that's not beneficial to me. Bastard. But yeah. I can't remember what I was saying there. Yeah, so the double IPA, IPAs banging. IPAs every single fucking day, every which way but loose. Do you know what I mean? But when it comes to a double IPA, sometimes it's as little as like 1.5% stronger. But that 1.5%, man alive, that is like where everything just comes out and sings. Double IPAs, they're the future, man. You know, I would rather go out and just have like 2 or 3 double IPAs than go out all. I can't think of anything worse. Honest, well, I can. I was about to say I can't. There's nothing worse than going out and just drinking pale ales. There's loads of things worse than just going out and drinking pale ales. Like cancer, famine, AIDS, nonsense. Do you know what I mean? There's all these things that are way worse than pale ales. Do you know what I mean? There's actually a countless number of things that are better than pale. If you were to list the worst things of all time, like pale ales probably wouldn't even be. They'd be so far down the list they wouldn't count. But I don't want to go out and drink them. I don't want a session IPA either. I want to go out and have 3 sweet double IPAs, then go home. Ideally, drank in absolute silence. Do you know what I mean? Like with friends, but like as in, can we not talk? Can we just get some really serious fucking drinking done, and then we'll all go our separate ways and just see where life takes us, and then we'll meet up again in 16 months. Man. But yeah. Nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. Had better, had worse. Yeah. I have also got like at least two more double IPAs in the fridge. I can definitely do six IPAs in one sitting. I remember, yeah, I don't think do six, but and it wouldn't even be six, would it be five? So I'm obviously I'm starting to get my math wrong instantly, but I still have to be doing some. I've still got to cook dinner. Yeah, I've got some dough out. Gonna make. For those who have never been to Neon in Nottingham, directly opposite Neon Raptor, you've got a place called Working Man's Kitchen, and they do these pizza dogs. Uh, they're that great that Adam Richman from Man vs. Food went down there and he had one, and they're great. And I've had one, and it's banging. It's just great. It's like it's a fucking pizza with a slightly smaller. It, it's a hot. I don't know. It's not a pizza with a hot dog on it, but it's not a hot dog pizza. It's just what it is, and it's fucking great. And I'm gonna make one for myself this evening, or at least try and get as close as I can, because my dough game isn't as good as those guys. Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. That is why I'm not going to drink the other two double IPAs I have in this. I might make a pizza, eat it, and then go live again. But then that's too much rowy for one day. I don't think. I don't think anybody wants that. I do need a piss though, so entertain yourself, or can I put some porn on my phone? Just like show that. That might like sort of like. Do you like Bonnie Blue? Because we have got a lot of that. But I am going to go. I'm just going to pee in the garden. So give me a second. Yeah, that was a good wee. Lost 50% of the viewers on that wee, but at the same time, oh shit. I've got so much stuff in the freezer that shouldn't be in the freezer. And that's that, yeah. Oh, and he's back in the game. Yeah. Well, it's been a good Saturday night. I'm not gonna lie. I bet you're glad that I'm not lying. That we has taken. We were up to 7 viewers. 7 viewers, man. Like we were up to 7 viewers, and I fucked it by going for a piss in the back garden. I knew I shouldn't have done it. It wasn't even at the back garden; it was just out the side door. But when you got to go, you got to go. At the end of the day, when you got to go, you got to go. So yeah, I did say in the last video I've bought all those BrewDog in hot sauces and rubs. So I'm gonna do a video of me cooking some wings with all of them on. Yeah, do you reckon about cooking more barbecue stuff, people might watch more? Because I've got like a pretty sweet setup out back. Yeah. To be fair, like if more people watch, then I have to do more content. I have to do more stuff, and that's a whole thing, isn't it? That's like a depressing thing. I don't really want to do that. Cannot be asked. Yeah. I'm still annoyed that I can't remember the sign-in for my movie channel. Yeah, I used to have like a movie. I originally started as a movie review channel, and then yeah, turns out I know less about film than I do about beer. Yeah, watch that Batman Ninja. I remember that was one that I did. It sucked. The film was so lame. Like, first of all, anime's shit. Like, it's so rubbish. Well, sorry, that's not fair. That's not fair or true. Fucking hell, we don't have one viewer. Yeah, that's not fair or true. I don't like anime. It's probably a better way of putting it. It's like, yeah, it is a world away from shit. It is like, it's obviously brilliant and it's like very culturally significant. But yeah, personally, not much. It doesn't do much for me. I started watching like Blood of the Old Gods on Netflix, and that was okay. It was okay. But then when I actually spoke to someone who was an anime fan, they were like, "Oh, that's not real anime." And it kind of like reinforced everything that I think about anime people and anime fans. Where it's like, oh god, something that's categorically anime isn't anime enough for you because it's not tentacly enough, man. Yeah, fuck anime. But only fucking because I don't like it. Just fucking hell. We went up by 3 and then instantly down by 3. There, that was like, I'll take it. If we're on for 30 seconds, they still count as views. Ah, well, I believe it's been a belter of an evening. I'm not going to lie to you. I want Triple A to come back. He was all right. I might start messaging some people. Like, I've got a load of friends who are clearly not doing anything now. Uh, watch my YouTube. I'm going live right now. Won't get a single response to that, but yeah. It does seem mental. Look at this. It's like, oh, I've been on for an hour. Well, on 15 minutes, an hour and a quarter. You know, let's not begrudge those 15 minutes. There's only 4 of them in a single hour. So I might have another beer before I go, actually, because I'm only going to barbecue some sausages. Or I might have a Blue Hawaiian from AU Vodka, which sounds a pretty delicious. A Blue Hawaiian's vodka drink, I suppose. I don't know. Or I might have another beer. Or I might do both. Probably going to do both. Yeah, for those just joining in, I'm drinking Tram New England IPA from Salt Brewery. I threw the can over there, so I'm not going to go pick it up. Yeah, I bought it from like Morrison's. I got it from Morrison's, part of their 4 for 3 deal. So yeah, yeah. Again, to reiterate, I am not sponsored by Morrison's, obviously, because they can, they can afford someone as cool as, I don't know, James Corden. Do you know what I mean? They could have someone like him promoting their products. Why would they choose someone like me? You know, yeah. The best glass in the game. This is, yeah. Well, Probably gonna go, actually. Need to cook dinner. Thank you very much indeed to everybody who has been watching, all especially the one person who's been there the whole time. Oh damn, I don't know how you've managed it. But yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you very much indeed to everyone who joined tonight. It's been super, super appreciated. Take care of yourselves. Your boy's bouncing. I'm going to chug this first because you need to see it off, don't you? So yeah, I hope whatever you're getting up to is absolutely wonderful. Take care of yourselves. Yep, I managed to drink a relatively small amount of liquid in an all right time. Take care of yourselves. Love you all, and I will potentially go live again tomorrow. And yeah, I always forget how long it takes to end the stream after I've hit end stream. So yeah, I'll see you all later in a bit. Take care of yourselves. Yeah, bye 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 bye.